Hey guys, Cash72, hope you're all doing well. Today I want to go over, as the title indicated, a skin for my PS4, my controller, and I'm doing a view of my desktop because, as you can see on my case right there, the white one, I had just upgraded it on a previous video, and I want my PS controller as well as the PS4 to match. Now the PS4 controller that I'm showing you still has the grips that I also did a video on a while back. As you can see, they held up very well so far, and I'm very pleased with that product. I did a video on that in case you guys are interested. Um, but today, that's what we're going to be focusing on. I'm going to go ahead and do the skins, protective covers on the PlayStation console and also the controller. I'll put a link in the description for the product and how much it costs and all that good stuff and where you can get it. This is the final step for completing my 2018 desktop and PC and game console upgrade. Just kind of wanted to get something different going on for the new year. Just make something different for myself and kind of like a refresh. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started, guys. What you're going to need is a typical heat gun with a low and high setting. We'll only be using the low, a microfiber cloth, a bottle of alcohol, and of course your product, the skin itself. And the PS4. And of course the controller. I'm pointing out that we shouldn't have an issue, but the skin covers only the top portion of the controller, so I don't have to worry about having the grips installed. I don't have to take them off, thank goodness. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the heat gun. And what we want to do is go ahead and clean the console very well. I use alcohol, like I said, denatured alcohol. Get the microfiber cloth dampened, wipe it down really good, take off any dust, any grease, any finger stains, anything you might have on the console. Just do a very good cleaning of it. The better the preparation, the better the results will be with the skin holding itself to the unit. And just be sure to let the alcohol dry up somewhat. You can probably use a drier part of the rag or a microfiber cloth in this case. Alright guys, here you want to go ahead and clean the unit up real good. Make sure it's all dry and there's no lint. The package comes at the time I was doing this, I didn't realize, but I was going to grab a pair of scissors and cut it, which I was kind of a little worried about doing that. I could have accidentally cut the skin, but then I noticed on the other side there was a little lip, or a flap if you will, and that basically was how to get the skin out without causing any damage to it. And this is the product itself. You have a set of 2 skins for the controllers, in case you have 2 controllers, or if you have one, at least you have a backup for an extra skin. You have the backing, the bottom portion of the PS4, and then you have the full sheet, which gives you well, that's for the bottom, and then like I said, the full sheet will give you your skin for the top portion, as well as the left and right sides and the front. There is no skin for the back, so if you think that they forgot to package it, no, they didn't. There's just no skin for that back area, which makes sense. You're not going to really be looking at that area anyway. So as we get started here, guys, just rule of thumb. I used to work for a company called Texas Copy. They used to do a lot of silk screen and decals and whatnot. I think the problem with a lot of these skins that people don't understand is you can't just stick them on. They have to be heated up in order to activate the adhesive that's in between the object that you're skinning and then the skin itself, which is why we have the heat gun. And another thing I want to mention is that usually with skins, the best approach to take is start with 2 to 3 inches off the wax paper and allow, you know, about this much to hang, and then start from this much on whatever it is you're skinning, and then work your way with the rest. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, it just gives you a better handling of the, you know, skin without it sticking to anything else or picking up your fingerprints and whatnot, your oils in your skin. It lets you align the skin on the very edge a lot more better. And more importantly, as you'll see here as I start doing this more, you'll notice and see, I'm sorry guys, right there I was trying to get some better light and I figured it was better without it, because light against white paper like this or the skin was just causing too much glare. Anyway, it also permits from having air pockets. And when you do something like this, make sure you're doing it when you've got the time, the patience, because it does require you to just take your time in order for it to come out right. Now I had mentioned to you guys too, when I had done the video on my new PC case, that I was going to purchase a white Bluetooth keyboard. Unfortunately they had them, but they didn't have the color scheme I was looking for. So I did end up buying the one that you see here in the video. The mouse I already had. I'm going to stay with it. But because I couldn't find one with the color scheme that I was looking for, I'm going to show you what I ended up doing with the extra piece of skin for the bottom of the PS4. Because I didn't use that, and I'll explain why here in the video. As you can see, it took me about 3 or 4 tries just to get it started. Now once you get it started though, and you've got it edge on edge, you're good to go. And it's the same with all the other pieces of skin as well. It's not as hard as you think. If you just take your time and you're patient, you can get it. See, at this point I was happy with the results, and then I'm ready to go. And you just basically go from left to right as you're laying the skin down. That way you don't get any air pockets. Now if you would have taken the whole thing off and tried this, believe me, it would not have worked. It wouldn't have come out as good as you would have liked. And then you just kind of roll it towards the end, little by little, you know, inch by inch. I've got my little Hulk there guy watching me. He'll get pissed off if I screw it up, so he's making sure I do it right. And then just, you know, continue to do the exact same thing. Just pull a little section at a time, push it down left to right, preventing the air pockets. Start off, you know, when you get to that point, again, push it a little further, and just keep going till you get to the very end. Now at this point guys, I'll probably go ahead and do the top piece, maybe the front, and then after that, so I'm not boring you guys and the video doesn't get, you know, too boring for you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do time lapse to speed things up for y'all. But I just wanted to show you without the time lapse how long it would take to do this. Honestly, all in all, it only probably took me about maybe 25 minutes to do this whole setup. A lot of it was just the cleaning part and just taking my time and doing it right. So I'm real happy with the results. It looks really nice. the edges all met, there's no overlap. And we're going to go ahead and do the front. Like I said, you can't see it because it's white, but it's all imprinted. You can actually see what pieces need to be put on there. Another good note about these skins is they're easily detachable. I mean, not easily, I mean, they do hold their own, but if you wanted to take them off, because let's say you just want to get rid of your PS4 or you want to change the skin to something new, they do come off. And we got the bottom done, front. I'm liking the way it looks already. We're going to go ahead and do this last piece, guys, and we're going to go ahead and start doing time lapse. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and yeah, let's do this. And so guys, earlier I had mentioned that we were going to do something with the backing. You'll have, in my case, I have an extra set or an extra skin for my controller, but I'm not going to throw away the extra skins, and the backing I'm going to keep. Remember I mentioned earlier that I was trying to find and I wasn't going to use the back part of the PS4 skin. Was because I couldn't find a color scheme for the keypad I was looking for. I'm real happy with the grips. As you can see, the skin didn't interfere with those in any way, shape, or form. And as you can see, it came out very well. I like it. It looks very good. You can't see it, but the PS4 logo here, I heated it up to the point where you can actually see the indentation. It looks pretty sweet. And it matches my PC pretty well. But I'm getting off track here. When I tried purchasing a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, I couldn't find one that had the white and black color scheme to my liking. So this is where the back part or the extra skin pieces, except for the controller one, is going to come in handy. What I'm going to do next, guys, I'm going to modify my keyboard. I'm going to put a white skin there, here and there, and on the space bar. And that way it'll match my PC a little bit better. And I'll even do a little bit on the mouse, just to kind of give it that nice matching look that I was looking for, but I couldn't find. Believe me, I checked Amazon, eBay, Best Buy. No one had the kind of concept I was looking for. So the remaining part of the video will be with me doing the skin modifications on the keyboard and mouse. So couple of things I'm going to need is and that's what I'm looking for at this point. I'm going to need a pencil, which I got, scissors, and get started on this. So enjoy the rest.